Hi, it's Drew with Dr. Gold's Optimal Living Institute. Tonight I'm doing something new. I've never tried this before, so it's an experiment. I'm going to make some grouper that is encrusted with a combination of crackers and pistachio nuts. And what I've done here is I've just taken a hammer and ground them all down nicely so that they're nice and fine here. And what I've already done is I use just a little bit of olive oil mayonnaise here to coat them. It makes it a little bit, it gives it a little nice flavor, but it also helps the coating stick to it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm simply going to completely coat both sides with this mixture that I have. And you can see there's a couple of nuts that are a little bit bigger here. But the mayonnaise, what it'll do is it'll help it stick. So I'm going to coat it here like this, pat it down nicely, get it to stick. And then I'm going to flip it over and coat it again on the other side. So we've got them nicely coated on both sides here. In the meantime, I'm heating a cast iron skillet over medium heat, and that is with ghee. So what I've done is I clarified my own butter. It's also called ghee. It is just removing the fat solids from the butter. You can see I've got these nicely coated here. So what we're going to do is we're going to toss them into the skillet once that heats up in just another moment. And we'll end up just cooking them very lightly on both sides. This is a nice thin fillet, so you only have a couple of minutes on each side to cook them with. I just want to make sure it's nice and hot. It's got a little bit more to go. You don't want to put things, especially when it comes to cast iron skillets, you want to make sure that you're not putting anything in the skillet until it's nice and hot, because that will help. You'll hear it sizzle and it'll start to sear the outside as you put it in. So you want to make sure that these are nice and hot. I've put a little bit of ghee, like I said. This is my ghee that I just made today, or clarified butter. I have another episode on how to make this, but it's very simple. You just put a bunch of sticks of butter into a saucepan over a very low heat, barely enough to just get them to melt. And then you just watch, and it's really cool because the fat solids, it depends on the solids. They'll either float to the top or sink to the bottom. And then you pour it off, and all you've got is this nice clear liquid, really good high smoking point. And it's very, very flavorful. So in this case, it's going to add a nice flavor to the grouper as we saute it. So what I'm going to do, I don't want you to wait while I'm doing this. We're going to go ahead and get this cooking here in a moment, and we'll come back to you when it's almost ready to go. Okay, so now we're in the middle of cooking here. If you come over and look, you can see nice and white on the outside. That's getting cooked nicely there. So there's still a little bit of translucent part on the top. If we flip it over now, it's going to be golden brown. I've been cooking this for maybe about 3 minutes on each side. And you don't want to overcook this because then it'll become a little too firm. So you want to try to get it over, and there you go. Look at that nice golden brown color on that side. And that's what we want to shoot for here. So it's just a couple of minutes on each side. You can hear it sizzling. We're going to go for a couple minutes longer. When the fish cooks, you can see it's starting to flake away. It's starting to pull away like that. So you can tell fish is done. It's hard to poke a thermometer, and I just do it by looking, by feel. You can see when it starts to peel away, that tells you that it's nicely done already. So we just got to cook it for a couple more minutes on this side, and then we're going to have our pistachio crusted grouper here for dinner here in just a couple more minutes. So we'll show you what it looks like when we're all done. We'll be back in just a couple more moments. Okay, so we're done here. We have basically used, for each one of these fillets, it's about a tablespoon of crackers, a tablespoon of pistachios, and you just crush them, grind them up. It's a little bit inside here. All we do is can't get it to come off, but this is nicely done. You can see it's nice and golden brown on each side. I took the leftover butter and just poured it over the top to keep it moist. Good, it's got a nice pistachio flavor. We've got these multi-grain crackers. See a little bit of the graininess from those crackers. It tastes wonderful. Really nice, light, healthy dinner. Very good flavor. Nice and tender. So 2 thumbs up for me, but my wife will tell me here in a few minutes whether she likes it or not. This is Dr. Drew with Dr. Gold's Optimal Living Institute, Cooking in the Kitchen with Drew. We'll see you next time. Toodles.